if you're a Honduran fan right now, you'll be pissed, you'll be worried, and you would be concerned about the progress of your team. Because when you thought they had eradicated the problem, like they had a problem with scoring goals, and they sacked the manager, Fabian Coito, after picking up, 3 points from the first 6 games, which is poor, and it was the right decision to sack him. They brought in Hernan Dario Gomez, who has taken 3 teams to the World Cup previously in Colombia, Ecuador, and Panama to make their debut in 2018. And it was proven to be the right move. But before we get to that, let's just take a look at their progress so far. 1-1 against Canada in September. That was a good result. Definitely a good result to go to Canada and pick up a point there. 0-0 against El Salvador. Yeah, an okay result if you really look at they're on the road. But you would fancy Honduras, who has more pedigree in their team, supposed to have more pedigree in their team, to win the game, but they drew 0-0. Then they played against the USA, and this game is very, very important because if you click this game, Honduras scored first, and then Fabian Coito did some really dumb things at the halftime break where he made some unnecessary substitutions. The USA came back in the second half and destroyed Honduras at San Pedro Sula. This was a home game. Then they played their next home game against Costa Rica. No goals. So that's 4 games, and Honduras had only scored 4 goals. Definitely a problem. Came up against Mexico 3 days later and got blown away in Mexico. Figueroa got sent off, and it hampered the team going into their next game, of course. 3-0. No goals again. Problem, not scoring enough. They met Jamaica at home, didn't score any, and lost to Jamaica in San Pedro Sula, which is unacceptable. All right, okay, we understand. Now, 6 games, 3 points. Honduras needs to bounce back. We know that. They got to bounce back. Bounce back. Sack the manager, bring in Hernan Dario Gomez, who knows how to take teams to the World Cup. Honduras got as far as the Interconfederation playoff where they lost to Australia last time around. And they basically had a lifeline. 6 games, well, not 6, 8 games to go before the game, the whistle blew. 8 games, a possible 24 points to add to the 3 you got. Win all the games or win 7 games and you're good. They still could qualify. They still could qualify. We're not writing off Honduras just yet, but it looks very bleak. And I'll get to Panama. I'm just getting on Honduras right now. You play against Panama. You score 2 goals. Good goal by Ellis to the center. Great first half by Honduras. They look very positive. Panama did get a few look-ins, but Honduras looked the better team. All around the better team. They came back in the second half. They got a second goal to Brian Moya. I could remember Moya's. Did Moya score? Was it Moya who scored against the USA? Was it him? Was it Moya that scored against the USA? If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong there, but yeah, it was Moya. Yeah, I'm right. So Moya, he scored against the USA. Scored against Panama here. And with only half an hour to go, 30 minutes to go, I was looking at Thomas Christensen and I was saying to myself, if Panama's form continue, he could get sacked. He looked like a worried man. I don't know what he told his players, but in 9 minutes, 9 out of the 30 remaining minutes, where almost 20 had gone by after Moya had scored, Panama fought back hard. This is one of the best comebacks you could ever see in World Cup qualifiers. This is one to remember. This game was a classic. But if you're a Honduran fan, it's a classic for the wrong reason. But if you're a Panamanian fan, let's get to the Panamanian side. This would be a classic to remember for the right reasons. This was a remarkable comeback, one of the best you could see. This is amazing. Cecilia Waterman with the goal in the 77th minute. A gift, a mix-up between the defenders, miscommunication, and Waterman, he pounced on it, put it past Luis Lopez. Back in the game for Panama, and I was like, okay. Honduras could still hold on and do their thing. But then, 3 minutes later, Cesar Yanis scored. That was a brilliant ball over the top and a good take for Yanis and into the back of the net. That was actually marginally. That looked marginally offside, but you know we don't have VAR. There's no VAR. So good link-up play there, over the top, catching the Honduran defense sleeping. They were playing the offside trap. No offside flag went up. No VAR. Goal stood. 2-2. I did predict a draw for this game. I predicted a 1-1 draw. And I'm saying to myself, okay, all right, okay, this game could end in a draw. But then there was a dangerous ball played down, and Luis Lopez took out the Panamanian attacker, like took him out. The ref gave a yellow card. That's a straight red card offense. That's a straight red card offense. He's lucky he didn't take him down in the box, but might as well it had happened in the box because Eric Davis stepped up, left-footed free kick, bust through the wall, hit ricocheted off of a player, past Luis Lopez, 3 goals. What a comeback from being 2-0 down for Panama. And they go wild. They went wild on every goal. But for that one, they went crazy. They went crazy. And what a comeback for Panama. It's an important, very, 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 very important comeback because with that being said, I have my the Canadian game here. It's in halftime right now. So let me make sure I don't miss what's going on there. The Jamaican game is currently going on. The USA game is in halftime break as well. But adrenaline, man, from seeing what happened here, I just had to come and give my reaction really quick. But if you see how this affects the table, just to check the stats really quick there. You check the stats. Honduras, 8 shots at goal, 4 on target, 48% of the ball. They were dominating. Because most of their shots came before all of this happened. It came before that happened. And then Panama finished with 7 shots, 3 on target. Before the goal, they had no shots on target. Honduras would dominate in the game. But Costa Rica versus Canada right now. But Panama fought back well. And you got to give the manager a lot of credit here. Changes he made, tactics he switched up, and to get his boys, basically, they were flat, and to get them back, playing at a high intensity to get back in the game. This is World Cup. This is high stakes stuff we're talking about. Look at how this affects the table. Panama now go up to 11 points, and that's only because Canada are still 0-0 against Costa Rica. Let's say Costa Rica get a goal, pick up a win. Panama then go ahead of Canada. They then go ahead of Canada. Canada would drop 4th. Costa Rica with a win would go up to 5th. It's a big win. It's important. It's imperative. Very, very imperative that Panama picked up the win here. It was very, very imperative because now they're 11 points. Now they're into double figures. Let's just say Canada draw against Costa Rica or do beat them. Then there will be a 4-point gap between Panama and Costa Rica, who did qualify for the last World Cup. Jamaica join against El Salvador. If Jamaica goes on to win, Panama still have a 3-point cushion. So that's very, very important to have in World Cup qualifiers. So right now, Panama, they did not do too well in October. They did really good in September. And they fought back hard, where in November, at least they know they'll get 50% of the points available, where there's only 2 games. So big 3 points for Panama, man. Big 3 points and big respect to this team. Good bouncing back. Good bouncing back, man. Wow. I'm still astounded by this freaking comeback, man. So Panamanian fans, stand up. I know you'll be proud of the team right about now. 11 points. They're in 4th right now. Canada has a better goal difference. And let's see how the Canada-Costa Rica game ends up. So Jamaica 0, El Salvador 0. Good chance by Jamaica there. Where we're at right now, all other games are 0-0 with the exception of this 3-2 banger, this 3-2 thriller between Honduras and Panama. Hernan Dario Gomez coming up against his old team. The pressure is on. Thomas Christensen comes out, trumps on the day. Brilliant stuff. So in terms of the next game here, Honduras, it's not going to get easier. They come up against... Oh, I thought I saw something in the Jamaican game here. Okay. They come up against Costa Rica, and that's a road game. So it's gonna be very difficult. And then in January, they play Canada and El Salvador, and February they play against the USA. So listen, man, it's not looking good for Honduras at all. And I know we could all come to the conclusion that they won't make it to the World Cup once again. As for Panama, who are looking to make it to back-to-back events, their next game will be against El Salvador at home. Remember, the last time they traveled to El Salvador, they lost 1-0. So since it's comeback season, it's time to come back and get your revenge against El Salvador. They would fancy their chances at home. In January, they play Costa Rica, Jamaica, who they battered, and then they come up against Mexico, who they earn a point against. So if they go on to do well in their next 4 games, they could start securing a spot, whether it's a direct spot or a spot in the playoffs for the 2022 World Cup. So, look, man, congratulations to Panama once again. It's very nice. You check the lineup here. It's very nice to see Adalberto Carrasquilla back in the team, and he looks smooth as a Rolls Royce on the day. Look, Gondola, who wasn't involved in the earlier fixtures, he's a change that was made. But Eric Davis, always a threat, man, always a threat. And Cecilia Waterman has been a threat off the bench as well. You see, you have Armando Cooper there. Where's the boy Gabby Torres not being used a lot these days? Jose Luis Rodriguez. They do have some depth. They really have some depth there. And it was a quality performance, man. As for Honduras, bigger effort needed because they did well enough to score the goals, but the meltdown, the capitulation is unacceptable. Unacceptable indeed. Really unacceptable. So got to work on finishing off games a lot better there. Honduras dropping points or winning position. Not acceptable, whether it's World Cup qualifiers, Gold Cup, whatever it is, friendlies, not acceptable. So, guys, this is just my quick review. Lasted 14 minutes, though, but I had to come and do this. Ooh, what a game. What a game. So, I'll be back later with some more, talk about the other games, and we get back to, watching them. All right, so subscribe to the channel if you're new, like the video if you like it, and until next time, for everybody down, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.